Like after my ex-girlfriend came out, my ex-girlfriend from like 10 years ago came out with this accusation saying that at the beginning of our relationship that I raped her, which is insane because, I mean, you know, there's absolutely no evidence. There's nothing to corroborate it. There's absolutely nothing to go on. But after that happened, Lauren decided that she wanted to, you know, sort of jump on the bandwagon and start to, you know, say that she didn't like me.
I remember right when those accusations came out that she initially reached out to you and was like, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you, as any friend would.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was like trashing me and you on the timeline.
Yeah, as soon as
defending you.
As soon as it became more beneficial to her to jump on the bandwagon, she went for it. But now there's a new article from the Daily Beast, which, you know, is always a give and take of should I respond to this kind of thing or not. Like currently, I believe it has 10 retweets. So it's like not that amplified. There's not that many people paying attention to it. But at the same time, like the reporting being done here is so dishonest and so absurd.
We had talked about meeting up and filming something, and she says that you gave her Xanax at this party while she was already so fucked up.
100%
and that's what blacked
not
out.
true.
So absolutely not true. You didn't even have Xanax on you that night. You kept it at home, and you basically took it after all the fucking was done so that you could fall asleep. And she saw you taking it.
She saw me taking half a Xan to go to bed, which, by the way, I don't do that stuff anymore. But she saw me taking half a Xan to go to bed, and she was like, "Oh, can I get one?" And I gave her the other half so that she could fall asleep at 6 a.m. because she had been snorting coke and drinking all night along with us. And this is the other thing about all of this, is that there's a vlog that I made that is still online. It's called Lena the Plug Has a New Girlfriend. That was the clickbait I chose. But there's a vlog of the entire night in which you could see us all going out and having a great time together and everything. And that there was absolutely nothing fucked up at all about anything. And she claims that I like filmed her without her permission. Number one, I did film for like 10 seconds during this orgy, I guess. But she knew that I was filming. She was conscious of it. And then I didn't do anything with the footage. Like, nobody has seen it. I showed like 1 or 2 of my friends at most. But basically, nobody ever saw it. It's not like I posted it anywhere.
And like the next day, we were all on good terms. Lauren and I texted, and she was just like, oh, like nothing's gonna happen with that video. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. And then I also went on to say, do you just want us to not talk about this occurrence like publicly? Because obviously we're public figures. We were going on a relationship sex advice podcast the like following week in New York, and so we were like, do you want us to just not talk about this, because a lot of our sexual encounters are public? And she was like, yeah, please don't talk about it. And we didn't. We never talked about this stuff until she decided to make an accusation about it.
Yeah, because we were going on this other like relationship based podcast right after this, and we were thinking like, God, the story about us having sex with the one-armed girl is pretty crazy. Like, maybe we should tell that story. And then Lena thought, like it's so obvious that it's her, and maybe she doesn't want us to talk about it. She reached out, said, do you want us to not talk about it? She was like, yeah, like I would rather just not. And, you know, it seemed appropriate because it didn't want to like seem like we were making her out to be some fucking freak show. Clear that they are just trying so hard to put out this version of events, and that makes me look like a piece of shit. And think about who it's coming from. It's coming from like rival music publications, basically, who see me as a threat to their overall like business.
Wrongly in all of this, and I know that this shit is absolute bullshit. Like, I'm willing to do that to myself, to put myself here and talk about these things like this.
In this day and age, nobody wants to go on camera and basically say, this girl's a liar.
Nobody, because it's all about believe women, believe women, believe women. I totally, like, I am all for that. I do believe that people get raped and that all this shitty stuff happens, but I also do believe that people lie.
Due to the Xanax, I don't remember it. There was a part that I do remember, which was him recording me without my consent and me saying, are you recording me? And I don't remember much else at all. I never used the word rape. I never said that he raped me. That's what people like think of when they hear what happened. So they like made a reaction video, I guess, or some YouTube shit, grown adults, 30s, man in his 30s made a reaction video. Anyway, so they lie so many times in this video. I didn't even watch the whole thing, and like the 3 minutes that I did watch was just lie after lie after lie, like insanely. So the first thing, he says that Atlantic Records didn't drop him, his contract was up, but I have emails with the lawyers from Atlantic Records telling me that they want to fire him. And then the next great part was, they say that I texted Adam and was like, hey man, I'm really sorry about your rape allegations. First of all, what? Then they posted, they were like, after the rape allegations came out, Lauren reached out and apologized about the false accusations. And then they posted a fucking screenshot of Adam texting me saying he's sorry, I was like catching flack for it on the internet, and I literally respond by saying I don't know what's happening. Like, I admit in the text I didn't know anything about the situation. And then he says that he didn't show anyone the video that he took without consent, and then a few minutes later says that he showed it to his friends. I'm a liar. And like, we all know, even the fans know that they're just putting this on me because he doesn't want to comment on the multiple other women that full out said that he raped them, and said he wants to focus on me talking about an unfortunate situation in which I was taken advantage of, and I was sexually assaulted because filming someone without their consent is sexual assault. And then Lena, bless her stupid little heart, admits to filming without our consent on Twitter. But then she's like, but it was only for a moment. These are the people. Basically, these people are insane. And I can't believe they still have support from people. It's insane. And that Adam and Lena calling me a cokehead isn't just funny because of the massive amounts of coke that I've seen them do, but it's also funny because I haven't seen them in a year and a half, so the fact they think that they know what I'm doing. Anyway, it's the only shit I'm ever going to say on this subject. It's not worth my time. I'm so sorry to the victims of Adam that he raped, and I'm so sorry to anyone that has to go through that. It's horrible. And no one comes out for clout. The dozens of death threats I'm getting, as appealing as that might sound, I'm not really a fan of it. I'm not having a fun time. This isn't enjoyable for me. Not enjoyable for anyone. So, that's it.